I'm actually planning on doing some of the general invitations today. I want to do that. I want to try the Tiphereth fight, and I want to try the Gabora fight. We're not doing that one because we know that's story driven, and I don't want to do anything story related right now. Only because I really do. Is that also story? What am I doing? Why am I oh, that's just the next thing, isn't it? It's just this one. That's why it's not locked. I bet you I could invite them. I'm not going to do that, though. I want to throw in... It's just Hanafuda again! It's all the stuff for Urban Nightmare. That's Urban Nightmare, that's Urban Nightmare, that's Urban Nightmare. It's Hanafuda. People told me I'm ready to do the next general invite. Maybe? Maybe I just send this one? Send? Okay, this is slightly different. So this isn't the Hanafuda. Whoa, Bamboo-Hatted Kim? Who the heck is Bamboo Hat Kim? Blade Lineage Cutthroat. So there's quite a few really cool ones. Singular Strike. I think we've seen that one, didn't we? When using a combat page with one non-counter. Yeah, we have that. So that's the non-counter one. And then Unrelenting. Upon taking a lethal blow, reduce all... Okay, so that is the same as Oscar. Slice Dice Power +2. That's insane. Especially you give this with... Does it have speed dice? Yeah, it has speed dice. So you mix this with Soya's page, and the slice dice power is just insane. Upon a successful slice attack, inflict 1 bleed next scene. So that's bleed, and then slice dagger power. Well, this is the first time I'm seeing a 5 cost. To claim their bones, inflict 5 paralysis and 3 bleed next scene. Huh, no thank you. Well, all of them are using Overthrow. The other ones are kind of just basics. But this Bamboo-Hatted Kim is amazing. No wonder people were saying, yes, you absolutely want to... Wait, how do I... Yeah, okay. People said I can add key pages in the middle of a fight. I didn't understand how or where or why or what was going on. But I figured it out. Now, that being said, I don't know if I can beat Bamboo-Hatted Kim. I'm going to try. And I've never lost in the general invite, so I don't know what happens if I do. Let's see what Bamboo-Hatted Kim has to say. It is as though a moat of boiling water surrounds this place. We will breach their defense at all cost. Is this a reference to something? This feels like it's a reference to something. If it's not, they're a cool character anyway. I have adjusted the Yujin build slightly, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to overcome a +3 boost to slash, which is already getting boosted because they already have a +1 boost to slash. Oh no, that sucks. That's massive. And we are already going to be taking a lot of damage, but hey, you know what? That's how life is sometimes. I also want to really focus on defeating everyone besides Bamboo-Hatted Kim. I need their page. I don't want to have to do this fight more than maybe twice. I'll do it twice, and that's it. I don't think I forgot anyone. Go ahead and see if we can hit this. Ow. That hurt. Good thing every attack we heal. Tom is just so overpowered with that healing. Yujin's page was a huge boon for us. It's insane how good that page is. They're not doing like a lot of damage to us. Of course, we're not doing a lot of damage to them. I think if we can stagger them, then we can bring Bamboo-Hatted Kim down. That's my #1 goal all the time. Let's just try to stagger my opponent. Oh, we don't have Laughing Powder. I was kind of relying on Laughing Powder a couple times. Maybe I do the Thorns, successful Pierce attack, and that does extra damage. That's not the one-sided attack part. I can get that one later. Is this the build that does that? I think Yasad's maybe does the one-sided. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I know exactly what I have to do. I just have to clash against all of these, win, and then burn this one. So that's going to be my card draw. I'm going to use all my lights, but that's okay because I should be able to draw into something that'll restore some lights there. I think so. I'll go ahead and use that one on that one too. Just so we can bring one down for sure. I want to bring... Yeah, it rolled max! Oh, that's awesome. We took damage. Why did we take damage? Maybe that's the heal as well. But I thought it was like green when it heals. Oh, no, I wasn't even trying to hover over those. Oh, well, go get rid of them. I don't want to read them anyway. There's a successful pierce. That was the little giggles. That really concerns me when I hear all the giggling going off and it's just damage to everyone's face. Well, we pulled all of that damage, so darn, I was hoping I could use Wrath of Torment one-sided. This is good. We're going to bring down this one, hopefully with one shot, and then we're going to bring down this one in the back. I would use their names, but they're all the same, so they don't get special fancy names. I want to see what Bamboo Hat Kim says this time. Knives are broken and arrows are spent. We're losing our ground. Yeah, big time. Whoa! That's a move! That's insane! That's so cool! It didn't really do much, but it's so cool to look at! I could do Laughing Powder or Echoes from the Beyond, because we're not really losing now. It'd be nice to just kind of stagger them and heal up our stagger a little bit. Darn, I was hoping... Oh, it did stagger Bamboo Kim, but I was hoping that Yuno would heal from that. Their resistance is up to 6 now. The heck? Oh, well. Oh, we lost... The other one died, too. I guess we did do a lot of damage. I wasn't really paying attention. These are all one-sided attacks. This is all gonna go pretty easy. I didn't really bump up the Bamboo Hat Kim emotional level, though. We'll see if we get any decent books from this. I really, really, really want Bamboo Hat Kim. I really, really, really want Bamboo Hat Kim. I'll do Wrath of Torment and then nothing else, because I'm all out. If that's not enough one-sided damage, I don't know what is. Actually, let's go ahead and use that one, too. I'll draw a page, just in case. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. Are they... What's... Oh, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. I wasted it. I wasted it! They have the Oscar thing. Pay attention! God! Well, that's okay. It's gone. I don't have to worry about it. We're going to win. In fact, Tom is now healthier than they were when they first started. Ah, yes, the boundary of death. Let's go ahead and hit each other as hard as we can with that. Oh, I wanted to do the flashing strike too. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna Searing Sword. Maybe I'll hit them. I'll bust through their defenses. Either way, that's a lot of one-sided attacks. So we even blocked that one. Come on, roll max. I want the 50 damage to be the one. Oh, never mind. My piercing damage did it. One error among 1,000 thoughts. It is my mistake. That was really cool. A Bamboo Hat Kim was like the coolest, chillest character yet. And I got one of those books. No, I got a couple of them. They're right here. I just saw the emotion level bonus. Oh, we got a thing! While possessing Porcubus's abnormality page, 5% chance to boost stagger damage by +1. That's, again, all of the... I keep calling it ego, but it's not. All of... What are these? What is this? This, the battle symbols. All of the battle symbols are really bad. And someone in the comments even said they basically are useless, but they're kind of neat. Ooh, I could give them the little maid thing. 5% chance to boost pierce attack damage by +1. That might be better than the stagger damage. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, isn't he cute? Wait, does that give him ribbons and stuff? Now, if I'm going to do this, then we're actually going to give them... Where is it? Pamela, which one? This one? It's adorable. I should probably do... Oh, wait. Is he left-handed or right-handed? I don't know. It's important. I'm going to assume Netsack probably left-handed. I don't know why, but it feels like they would be left-handed. It doesn't really matter. This is probably the last time we're going to see them this episode, because I'm assuming this is not going to be as easy. Oh, wait. Whoa. Before I do anything else, I need to burn these books. I have to see what Bamboo-Hatted Kim's page looks like. This is important because I might build a whole new build around Bamboo-Hatted Kim. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to try to build something even stronger than any of my current key pages, because I need my best 3 if we're going to try to attack the Queen of Hatred. I made my new build with Bamboo Hat Kim, but I feel like I'm going to be winning all of the clashes. So if I do, we're going to run into some problems. Because they're just going to get angry and the hysteria is going to build up and they're going to transform and then they're going to one-shot us. I want to do that one and then cleanup goes second. But yeah, I'm relying strictly on cleanup. If I draw a cleanup, I restore all my lights. Wow. Did we win all of those? I actually didn't want to win all of those clashes. Some of them would have been nice, but not all of them. This is one-sided attacks. That won't deal with the hysteria at all. It's just clashes, and it's just attacking. Actually, they got attacked by the marked character, didn't they? Oh. Well. Why couldn't you put a mark on Tom? Or, I guess not Tom anymore. Pamela. I can gain strength if I clash and win. Maybe I want to do it there. I can't draw that anyway, because it's too slow. But then I can do a one-sided... Oh, I can't do a one-sided attack. That's right! I'm so reliant on drawing the correct cards for this build. This build is not good yet. I'm going to have to fix that. And it's beautiful when I can actually see what the problem is by using it. That was good. We lost. They got staggered. That stinks. That's okay, though, because we got hit. That lowers the hysteria. And everyone else is just healing up a little bit. Maybe they'll attack Pamela. Oh, no, absolutely not. Just attack the weakling. I get it. I would too. So it's all going to be like one-sided attacks, which is fine. And Oscar will actually survive this. Not with a lot of HP that was like perfectly spaced out where it doesn't negate all of that last damage, but they survived. They're not going to survive the big beam that's coming up right now. But I did manage, as you can see, I focused on really trying to maintain lights here. I didn't have a choice here. The Oscar build kind of just took care of itself. We're going to get staggered, so we're not even going to do any of that. Oh, well. I just want to see it go anyway. Yay! We lost the front one for... We lost Tiphereth's, but Pamela survived. Pamela took a ton of damage. No! The hysteria kicked in! Ah! Oh, that's right. That's right. No, they... did damage to Pamela. The hysteria should went down. I don't understand why that happened. I think I'm going to restart this one because even if I do win it, it's going to be just barely. So let's go ahead and restart that quickly. So what I'm going to do is anyone that's going to get the mark, if they have a faster dice than the mark dice, I'm going to have them hit one-sided first before they get the mark. That way I can continue to do damage with them. Then I'll let the mark go as late as I can in the turn. After that, then it's all about trying to just clash and win 50% of the time. So then it's just all about one-sided attacks by all of the other characters that are not the marked character. Maybe this will work. Maybe this will not work. Maybe I'm overthinking things and I just need to just start smacking. So the only thing I want to make sure is that the person that's going to be bound is not the same person that is marked. Then that becomes a bit of a problem because I really have to rely on clashing and winning then. So instead, I can do a lot of one-sided attacks with the slower enemy. I did not want to win those. Why are we winning those? I guess it's better to win them than to attack, right? Because they're the marked ones. They shouldn't be attacking. So I guess in theory, that was good. Because we lost enough of them that the hysteria went back. But I think I won 2 in a row, and that's why I freaked out. Please don't win all of them. This is so much better. Pamela is still pretty much all the way alive. Tiphereth is still pretty much all the way alive. Pamela has been healing like crazy. Now Tiphereth is going to take a big hit here. But remember, they do have Unrelenting. So if I need to, I can let some damage go through. If I do things the right way, I win this. If I play stupidly, I lose this. Focus, brain, please. For the love of God, focus. Where is this damage going? We will be staggered, I guess. So then there's no reason for me to have this die. Because when they get hit, that's not going to be a one-sided attack anymore. We're going to be staggered and it's just going to destroy that page. I want to keep that page and I don't want to waste my lights. Okay, just go. Ow. Everyone just ate that mass attack. We got staggered and then we didn't get staggered. How did we beat that? Because both of them should have been staggered that round, but they weren't. And then this top one should have been staggered. What happened? All of my calculations in my head, but they've all gone awry. Good news, we still have a lot of our, well, everyone. We have everyone alive. And the hysteria is not great, but we're not in any danger just yet. I don't want her to transform. So I don't want to, well, we didn't roll max. That sucks. We definitely got hit there. Is everyone staggered now? Yeah, well, that looks about right. All we have to do is 26 damage. Just have to do some one-sided attacks. I can just do extract fuel twice, which will give me all of my lights back, and then I can use tailoring, that'll give me my max damage then. Oh, I can't do one-sided attacks, can I? No, I can. I can just do one of them. So I'm going to hit one of them in the back. This is going to speed this one up a little bit. But other than that, we have Pamela. We have Pamela. We might lose Tiphereth unless Oscar didn't trigger. I say Oscar. It's Unrelenting. Unless Unrelenting didn't trigger the first time. Ow, ow. No, Oscar, or the Unrelenting definitely triggered, so we're okay. We lost that clash, which is even better. We lost both clashes, which is great. Look, the hysteria, it went way down, even though now I still have to do 26 damage this turn. What I should do is anyone that can do really powerful one-sided attacks, like tailoring, I need to pull whatever this one is off of that. So then I can go one-sided with tailoring. So I'm going to do Extreme Edge against this back one. We're going to win the first clash, hopefully, lose the second, because we're going to get hit by that, which will kill Pamela. But that means tailoring will go through, and that'll be a one-sided attack, where I will have the opportunity to roll let's be fair. I'm going to roll a 12. I'm going to roll a 6 and a 6. I will have the opportunity to roll a 6 and a 6, and then bleed damage. Instead of using tailoring here to clash, why don't I use Sparking Spear? That will give me like a 50-50, and even if we take massive damage here, it won't be fatal damage because I still have Unrelenting. That's going to be one-sided, so then this is also going to be one-sided. I'm going to use Cleanup here to get me my maximum number of lights. And I want to make sure that this clashes and all of these go one-sided. We're going to sacrifice Tiphereth to the clashes in order to guarantee that the hysteria doesn't max out after we do all of these one-sided attacks. And Tiphereth's going to take the marks. Everyone else will survive. And if we don't kill her this round, we are guaranteed to kill her next round. Tiphereth survived! Holy crap! I don't know how. Did Unrelenting trigger twice? Oh, there went Tiphereth. Sorry. My bad. There she goes! Yeah, never trying out her... What? Never trying out her vision? What? What's that say? Never trying out her vision, something. But we at least get to talk to Tiphereth now. Hi. Not this, not that. What do you mean not this? No, this is this, that is that. You got it wrong, Tiphereth. I forget how it's said in... I think it's Korean that they speak. I forget how they said it, but that's how you're supposed to say it. Also, sorry about your face. It got removed in that last fight, but you look fine. You look great.
좀 도와줄까?
혼자서도 충분히 가능해.
Yeah, don't treat Tiphereth like a little child. Everyone treats... I even treat Tiphereth like a small child. But don't do it, Roland. You're a big jerk.
보기만 해도 어려울 것 같은 책들이네. 다 읽은 거야?
Do you not like science? I know some people, they really don't like science. Some people, it borders on a phobia of science. I had a friend like that. They would throw up just with the idea of going to science class.
대강은
Not literally, but you know what I mean.
뭐야? 양자물리학, 세포생물학. 책 위에 어려운 말들을 가득 적어뒀네.
Quantum physics? Well, I guess it's true. There's like high-end technology here. I guarantee that they know everything about quantum physics and cell biology. They probably know things that we don't even know. Because there's research into singularities, which is using magic to create technology, or technology to create magic, or okay, I don't understand it, but here it goes. Caveman time. Magic, technology, smush. Something happens. And I know that part I get. It's just how everything else works. I don't
이곳의
understand.
책은 제목만으로 정직하게 알아보기가 힘드니까.
Yeah, probably because scientists have stupid ideas about what makes a good book title. Trust me, I've read some of them. They're dumb.
게다가 정상적인 책을 구하기도 힘들고.
What do you mean readable? Because people are insane? Or because it's in a weird language that you don't understand?
그러고 보니 도서관에 굴러다니는 책 대부분은 완성된 문장이 별로 없었지.
No, scientists are really, really, really good at writing. Not like literature writing, but they're really good at punctuation and making sure that their sentences are readable. That's the whole point of being a scientist. Your findings are pointless if no one else can understand them.
보는 사람에 따라 책의 완성도를 결정하는 거야. 처음부터 불완전한 책도 있지만.
Oh, maybe it's because whatever books that we're receiving from people, the science isn't complete because they don't know everything. This could be an interesting plot point where even the scientists themselves are only given certain bits of information and everything is departmentalized and sectioned off. That way no one understands something completely. And it's only if you were managing to grab the books from like 12 or 14 people and somehow piece those books all together that you would finally get one complete book about something about the technology of this world. That's like the technology of this world. And I guess they said some of the books, not all of the books. Okay, I'm generalizing again. That's my biggest problem. A lot of times they say something and they mean like 2 of the books, and I'm like looking around like, there's thousands here and none of these are readable. But I guess what I was going to say before my mind wandered off again is that you would have to have a general understanding of certain sciences. Physics. In order to be a good scientist in this world, they would have to know physics well. Biology. If you're going to be a good biologist, you have to know the basics of biology. So those books should be complete. Those books should be completely stable or whatever. But I could see where some of the more complicated stuff, you would only want certain people to know certain bits of information based on their job. That's all you'd want them to know. So that means that as we go and we get higher up in the hierarchy of the sciences, probably like, I don't even know who would know all of the answers. Because I'm not even sure even like the quote-unquote managers of the corporations would understand all of it. They would know the general layout of everything because they have to oversee all of the work, but they wouldn't know the specifics.
읽으면 사라지는 책과 사라지지 않는 책의 차이도 그 완전성과 관련 있는 거야?
What does that mean? They disappear. They just pop out of existence suddenly?
정확히는 모르겠지만 책은 완전히 읽혔다와 읽히지 않았다로 구분하는 듯해.
How thoroughly the book was. So if you understand something, you like spend it. Is this like a skilled book? Like you get the skill point? Oh, I read biology. I get a level up in biology and the book goes away. Is that how this works?
완벽히 읽어 책으로서의 기능을 다한 책은 사라지는 거지.
Oh my god, it is! It's a skill tree! You can level up! So if you get like Art of War or something and you understand war like, completely from that book, it goes away. It's like, well, you don't need me anymore. So what's Angela's plan then? Because if Angela well, I guess if Angela is the only person that wants to understand everything, once she reads that final book and it disappears, it won't matter. Because she'll already know all of the things that she wants to know.
나 그런 비슷한 거 아는데. 빛은 관측 여하에 따라 입자이기도 파동이기도 하다며.
You're gonna try to... Okay, let's see how this works. I want to see how Roland solves the theory of the perception of light. Let's see what he comes up with.
관측의 여부에 따라 형질을 바꾸는 그런 원리인가?
나도 몰라. 제대로 알지도 못하면서 조금 안다고 막 붙이지 좀 마.
Exactly. Don't try to confuse people, Roland, with your silly theories. Now that is a very interesting theory. The perception of light and how light is affected by the way that we treat it. And again, I'm not like an expert in theoretical physics or the perception of light based on how it's treated. But I do understand a little bit about the experiments and what they sort of suggest, quote unquote. Again, it's sort of weird, but it all falls under this whole idea of perception. Your perception of reality warps the world around you. And that's kind of neat. I love that idea. The same goes for this story. We are only molded by what we can see in this story, which means that hundreds of thousands of activities are going on at the same time that this is happening, and we don't know it. All we can do is see what this story is. And that's going to change how we see the world. This world. And even ours, sometimes.
어차피 이것도 특이점처럼 얼렁뚱땅 작동하겠지. 그냥 그런가 보다 싶을 뿐이야.
엄청 당당하게 모른다고 말하는군.
Ignorance is bliss, and it's true.
모르는 건 모르는 거야. 그래도 이곳으로 오는 책들은 제대로 읽고 관리하고 있어. 같은 책이어도 읽을 때마다 그 내용이 달라지니까. 한 책의 모든 내용을 숙지하는 건 꽤 반복적인 일이라고.
Oh, that's true. Even in books that are stable, and like we have, there's times I've reread a book. Not very often, I don't really like to read, but there's times that I've reread a book and I'm like, oh, I totally missed this. The same way as there's times I rewatch movies or replay games. And I realize, wow, everything I thought I knew is completely wrong. Or at least there was a small detail that I missed.
그리고 언제까지나 내용을 모르고 있는 건 짜증나니까.
읽을 때마다 그 내용이 달라진다라. 그래서 같은 책이 여러 권 필요한 것이군.
잘은 모르겠지만 네가 말한 빛의 특징이 싫진 않아. 바라봐주는 것으로 바뀔 수 있다는 건 조금 낭만적이니까.
It really is. It's totally romantic. And I don't know how many people are like really big science nerds like me. I am. I'm huge. I'm a huge science nerd. I will admit it. There's a lot of times that I'll sit up at night when I can't sleep and I read things, like a lot of sciencey stuff. Just because, well, eventually my brain kind of gets overwhelmed and then I get tired and I go to bed. That's how it all started, but now it's kind of like a habit. So it's kind of neat to like go through and I really think about the implications of if you were to take something, so something that's related to like a quantum physics thing, where it isn't until you observe something that becomes permanent in your perspective of reality, which means that then it now exists. So until you observe something, it doesn't exist. That's wild to think about. And then if you expand that out to something like, I don't know, the world itself, or like people on the earth, then you get the whole idea that the whole world is constantly in a state of doing an infinite number of things and yet nothing at all until you look at it. Similar to like Schrodinger's cat. And I know we talked about that one before, but I haven't really gone into like detail about why that is so interesting to me. Just, it's kind of neat to think about all of this stuff. And sometimes it hurts my brain. And sometimes I feel like that's a good thing. It really is. You want to make sure that you challenge yourself physically, mentally, sometimes emotionally, because that's the only way that we grow as people. And I don't know, I like the idea of that. And that's what this game does. It challenges me. It challenges me definitely emotionally. I have nightmares about some of this stuff, and I'm actually being real about that. I played the whole Lulu thing right before I went to bed because it was really late, and it gave me nightmares. Like, oh no, what if my best friend died? Well, okay, regardless of my personal trauma, I guess let's keep going.
에녹도 내가 곁에 있어준 것만으로 의미가 있었을까?
Oh, Tiphereth, I'm so sorry. Why is that suddenly... Oh, this was a little bit of a leap, so I feel like this is something Tiphereth really wants to talk about.
에녹?
예전에 티페리트는 둘이었어. 너와 말쿠트가 말하던 두 번째 삶 말이야. 우리 둘은 첫 번째 삶에서도 함께였지.
애인인가 봐. 그렇게 끈덕지게 붙어 있었다니.
에녹은 첫 번째도 두 번째에도 내 곁...
두 번이나 차이다니 안타깝군. 그래도
Roland!
기운 차려. 다들 헤어지고 나서도 잘만 살더라.
Roland, you jerk, insensitive a-hole. Now I know Roland doesn't know, so open mouth, insert foot, I get it, but don't double down, buddy. Especially if you see that they're upset.
에녹은 죽었거든. 그리고 에녹은 그런 가벼운 말로 표현할 수 있는 존재가 아니었어.
정말 죄송합니다.
There you go. Quit spouting off at the mouth. You have verbal diarrhea all over yourself right
제가
now.
너무 경솔했습니다.
Yeah, okay. Does Tiphereth get upset? Tiphereth always gets upset.
괜찮아. 그래도 두 번째 에녹을 떠나보낼 때 에녹은 의미를 찾을 수 있을 거라 믿었거든.
Wow. Wow, that's huge.
우리 삶에 의미가 있을 거라고. 모두가 쉽게 죽지만 분명 아무 의미 없이 죽기 위해 태어난 것은 아니라고 믿고 있었지.
어려운 이야기인걸. 그 의미는 찾았어?
아마도? 그리고 내가 부여받은 의미는 빛을 완전하게 해서 제대로 사용할 수 있도록 하는 거야.
Everyone is really relying on this
다들
light.
전부터 빛이라고 하는데 대체 그게 뭐야?
로보토미의 특이점에 대해 들었지?
뭐 대강은 마음을 물리적으로 구현하는 기술이라고 들었어.
맞아. 물리적으로 발현한 마음이 다시 비정령의 상태로 사람들에게 스며들 수도 있는 거야.
Oh, that's what's happening. So it's definitely some sort of weird radiation thing where it's affecting people. I'm going to call it radiation only because what else would you call something that can change them fundamentally from the outside in? But it takes all of the manifestations that we had. So we were able to work out all of the bad and negativity of the human condition using them as proxies for all of the people. And then we collect all of their souls and their thoughts and their brains. They are manifestations of their cognition or their cognitive abilities or something smart about brain. We collect all of that. We distill it down into something that can actually be useful to people. And then you spread it out like a giant radio wave, shooting out to everyone's brain, changing them forever. Or maybe even physically, maybe not even just their brain. But either way, it can be seeped into people's minds, which means that they will forever no longer be affected by whatever the disease of this world is. And it's so weird to me that everyone is so reliant on this. If that's your only option and you don't want to give up, you kind of have to. You kind of have to put all of your hope in this one thing. That's what they did before, and that's what they're doing now again. So it feels like I can already see the writing on the wall. History is going to repeat itself somehow.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠네.
로보토미사는 도시 사람들의 병든 마음을 치유하기 위해 빛을 모았어. 물론 겉으로는 에너지 회사라는 명분이 있었지.
날개가 될 정도로 에너지는 어떻게 모은 거야? 사람으로부터 끄집어냈나?
Didn't just pull it out of people, we used people as fuel. But yeah, actually, that's a good way of putting it.
특이점의 부작용으로 환상체라는 괴물들이 생겨났거든. 환상체라는 존재를 관리함과 동시에 환상체는 에너지를 뿜어냈지. 엔케팔린이 바로 그거야.
Enkephalin is the energy. So I was wondering what Enkephalin meant, but that is the energy. So then what is PE boxes? I always assumed it was like potential energy boxes because it just made sense in my brain. But is that like proto-Enkephalin? Why is it boxes? Wouldn't it be like canisters then or something? But also, a couple sentences back, she said that the abnormalities were a side effect of the singularity. It's one heck of a side effect. That's like when you're reading a medication and it says may cause death at the bottom of it. Because that's all that this side effect did was cause death. It did also have a side effect of generating enkephalin and the energy, But that was a small part of the grander side effect, which was death.
뭐? 엔케팔린 전지가 괴물에서부터 나온 거라고? 진짜 엔케팔린 라이터로 여러 번 담배도 피웠는데.
Yeah, could you imagine all of the weird monster goop that you've been carrying around this whole time?
엄밀히 말하면 사람이지. 사람이 환상체가 되었으니까.
Yeah, what do you have to say about that? It was human goop.
인간의 마음으로부터 나온 괴물이란 건가?
No, not born out of human mind. Well, sort of. It was born from the human mind, but it changed the person. Their one desire, they manifested their one desire using their own physical being.
그 괴물들을 관리하는 과정에서 보나마나 직원들은 죄다 죽어나갔을 거고.
That's what everyone has been saying, Roland. Keep up.
맞아. 그렇게 로보토미에서는 엔젤라가 말하던 무대가 펼쳐진 거야.
Come on, buddy. It's okay. Those 2 brain cells are working overtime. I get it. But just keep up with everything that we have heard before. I want new information.
도시답구만. 사람을 치유하기 위해 사람을 줄창 죽여대던 회사. 거의 뭐 날개 들어있는 괴담의 클리셰야.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds exactly like the Wings. They do evil things for an outcome of positive. And I mean, the Wings basically, they epitomize the idea that the end justifies the means. That's just, it's like the motto for the city. Whatever your end goal is, you do whatever it takes to get to it. As long as it's positive in the very end, I guess. I don't necessarily agree myself, but that's just my personal feelings. And sometimes those get in the
난
way.
다른 날개들에 대해서는 잘 모르지만 역시 그렇겠지?
No, not different at all.
그렇고 말고.
그 반복을 끊고 싶었던 거야, 우리는.
그 반복을 끊을 수 있게 해주는 게 바로 빛이라는 거군. 강제로 사람들을 세뇌하려 한 것 같은데?
그런 단순한 얘기가 아니야.
It sounds as simple as that. Roland kind of distilled it all down for us, but I was thinking the same thing. What makes this any different than just forcing people to do what you think is right? Where is the free will? Of course, there isn't any free will in the city to begin with. And what the light might do is it might reverse any brainwashing that might have already been done. I'd like to think that as technology progresses, that humanity gets closer and closer to realizing that we're all just humans. We don't have to fight with one another. But that's not true, now that I think about it. That'll never happen. As technology progresses, it just gives people more tools in which to beat up other humans. Why do we do this to ourselves?
그거야 뭐 생각하기 나름이지.
나도 이런 큰 줄기만 알아. 그래서 나도 보고 싶어. 정말 이런 반복을 되풀이하고 있는지.
Oh, that's right. Tiphereth and Tiphereth were from the outskirts. They don't actually know how this world works either. Wow. So there are some people who are sheltered by being away from the city, and there are some people who are sheltered in the city, like Emma and Noah, which I don't understand. And some people were basically saying that Emma and Noah were really sheltered people from the nests, and they shouldn't have been out there by themselves. That's why their survival instincts were like 0. But they didn't have any creepy vibes from anything, which sort of tells me that they've been seeing a lot of crazy crap in the corporation that they're working at. I guess it would be the same as my little agents running around. Without me commanding them to get away from something, they just kind of would wander up to the big beast that they've been working with constantly, that is no longer bound in its containment unit, and try their darndest to bring it down, just because they don't have any survival instincts and don't want to run away. But I was always under the impression that they're like terrified, but they're being brave, because they know that if they don't stop it, everyone behind them will get taken down. I was thinking more like chivalry, like a brave knight. But I guess that's too much to ask for. Because we saw the clerks. The clerks were just meals for the abnormalities.
엔젤라와 마찬가지로 세상에 대해서 아는 건 별로 없거든.
맡겨만 주십시오. 앞으로 티페리트 양을 위해 적당한 책들을 가지고 올 테니.
Aw, there's the chivalry I was looking for, Roland.
그런 말보다는 행동으로 보여줘.
Smart, Tiphereth. I wouldn't trust Roland either. In fact, I don't. Cool, so we definitely can handle the Queen of Hatred. And now we get... Yeah, I want to see what these are. These are going to be amazing. After winning a clash using an offensive die, a random ally recovers 3 to 5 HP. Oh, random. I hate that. After winning a clash using a defensive die, a random ally restores 2 to 4 stagger resistance. That's really cool. It's actually pretty good. It's not like game breaking I was hoping for, but it works, I guess. The enemy who dealt the most damage to allies on their previous scene is marked as a villain. Deal plus 3 to 5 damage when attacking the villain. That's really good. That's the game-breaking one I want. Then we have, after losing a clash, take 2 to 4 stagger damage and gain 1 strength next scene, up to 2 per scene. After losing 3 clashes in a single scene, reduce the cost of the most expensive page in hand by 1. That isn't great. I mean, if we're losing clashes, and we purposely are trying to lose clashes, that would have been great against her, but otherwise, I don't... Is that going to be a thing? Do I have to worry about winning and losing clashes in the future and really maintain... Oh, no, I can do it again. Which one is it now? The Knight of Despair. Why does Tiphereth get all of the dangerous ones? Oh my god! Well... That is pale damage I don't want to mess with just yet. I'm thinking maybe Little Red Riding Hood is my next opponent. But I guess we'll find out in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching this one. And remember to take care. And goodbye!